Greetings, everyone. You might be planning to go to the United Kingdom for greener pastures. I've seen in the recent months people going to the UK and other European countries, some going to North America for greener pastures. Um, Comrade Runyararo is a member of our Telegram group. He then has some advice for you who's planning to go to the United Kingdom. He is not saying you should not go to the United Kingdom. He says it's important that before you go to the UK, you should do a research. If you are working currently in South Africa, you should compare in terms of the work that you want to do in UK, how much are they paying, and what are the daily or are the expenses, issues like rentals and so forth. So he gave us some advice here, which we think it's important to share with you, since many of you are refusing, are refusing to join our Telegram group. So he says, people here that a caregiver worker gets paid £2,000. I'm not sure whether it's £2,000 a month, but he then calculates, I presume that's the exchange rate between the rand, calculates 2,000 by 24, it gets 48,000 rands. So he says when someone, say in Johannesburg, hears that if you work in the UK, you get paid 48,000, whereas in South Africa you are paid 18,000 rands. That's what he's saying. You realize that this is 3 times more than what you get paid if you relocate to the UK. But he then says, unfortunately, people don't tell each other the truth. I'm reading what he wrote. Says some will end up depressed and will never make back money they use for visa and moving. He then stated the reasons. He says here is why. Like I'm saying, I'm reading from what our comrade Runyararo wrote. He says, one, the UK has over-recruited for care work because of the pandemic. They also want their people to pay less, more workers, less pay, less burden on UK citizens. That's the first point he's raising. The second point that he raises, he says more workers means less clients to attend to. So your job contract says you get £16 per hour, right? You see clients for 5 hours. Other times you are moving. So you make your £1,800 per month before tax, council tax, NHS, etc. Because workers are many and the clients fewer, people will struggle to make 5 hours a day, affecting their pay. That's the second point, which says you must consider, you must understand how this works so that you do not make a mistake. Number 3, point 3 that he raises, he says cost of living is high, in fact very high. Don't think in terms of South African costs. Each rent for a family will average £1,000 outside of London. In London, it's £1,400 to £1,600. Also, there is childcare. You don't just leave kids alone without getting in trouble with the state. Groceries of a small family easily gets to £800. If doing care work, you will need a car and the cost is on you. There is not enough rest. Here in South Africa, we watch football. Tomorrow is Saturday. I've already realized that Liverpool is playing at 3 p.m. I think so. I need to be in front of my screen at 3 p.m. I'll do all of my work in the morning. 3 p.m. for 90 minutes, I'll be in front of my TV. Thereafter, resume my work. He continues, says there is not enough rest. Here in South Africa, we watch football all weekend. In UK, it's very expensive to watch English Premier League on TV if you can afford time to sit around doing nothing. That's what Comrade Runyararo says in his point 3. He then says, so even though you might get 3 to 4 times your salary, consider how hard it is to remain with something. Just like in Zimbabwe, someone earning $500, which is 9,000 rands, will have a stand and build a small house and an ex-Japanese vehicle. In South Africa, you can't afford a shack or will have to share a flat. The more developed an economy, the harder it is to find shortcuts. Imagine staying in a house sharing with 6 other people and paying £800 rent. It sounds crazy, but that it is how it is. If you can in South Africa, save as much as possible. Start some money generating projects on the side. If you feel UK is a good place to escape to, do proper research so that your dreams don't go to die then. So that's advice that Comrade Runyararo, a member for our Telegram chat group, is giving to all of us. Of course, me, I will not go to the UK, but it's giving to all of us to say these are the things that you need to consider. You need to do proper research. You might be living in the UK. Do you agree with what Comrade Runyararo has raised? Is it accurate, or you think that our comrade missed it? Are you planning to go to the UK? Do you need to ask more questions? Maybe Comrade Runyararo might give more clarity, and also those that are already in the UK might want to give more clarity on the situation so that we assist people that want to go to the UK. I remember some years back, people were coming to South Africa. They were thinking that if you arrive at Park Station, Johannesburg, you'll find an employer waiting for you. That many people flock to South Africa believing that once you just drop off by bus or whatever, transport at Park Station, an employer will be waiting for you to take you to work for them. But of course, to many it turned out that it was not the case. So please write in the comment section. I am Nabuto Nicholas Mapena. Like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you are on TikTok, please do follow us. Otherwise, have a great sporting weekend. Goodbye.